again, welcome back to my channel. And I've just parked up at Dunmail Raise, just there. But this road, it's a 60-mile-an-hour road. It's really busy, it's really noisy, so I'll head a bit further on. See what I mean? And I'll talk to you in a bit. Hello again. Ooh, just started the ascent, so I'll have to catch my breath. But yeah, so I've moved away from the road a bit now, it's just down there. And you can hear yourself think now, because when the cars whizzing past at 60 miles an hour, they're really noisy, so it's difficult talking to you guys. But here we are, just at the side of Raise Beck. I've headed up this way before. It was actually 2 years ago, February 2 years ago as well, and we're just at the end of February now. If you follow my channel regularly, you'll know that I set myself a challenge 3 years ago nearly to do a camp every calendar month, at least one camp in every calendar month. So if I can get to April, I've done 3 years. Some months I've done more, but to tick the box, you've got to do a camp each calendar month. So yeah, as I say, I came up here 2 years ago in February, and I remember then the weather in February was crap, so I just left it right till the end of February, and it didn't get much better actually. But I pitched up on Seek Sandal, just up there. So I've headed to the same area again, not doing the same pitch again, going to try something different. But this, I've been staying up in Dumfries and Galloway with Evanier this weekend, and I sort of made this route up, or I thought of the pitch on the way down. So I was heading home and I thought, saw the white on top of the mountains, still a bit of snow up there, although you can't see any here, there's nothing at these lower levels. And I thought, I want to get up there and rack my brains. I was having a coffee at the services, had a look on Instagram, and a mate of mine, Craig Lomas, he'd been out last night, posted a picture. He never said where it was, but I knew where it was, and there's snow there. So my hope is there'll still be snow there today and tonight, and I can get pitched above the snow line. That's my hope anyway. Whew. Right, we'll carry on and I'll get back to you a bit later, a bit further on. Let's go. That. Some lovely waterfalls and pools as you're heading up here. Really nice. Then looking back towards Steel Fell, you just see some bits of snow, frost on sort of Ullscarf that way. Yeah, nice. We'll keep heading up. I'm just reaching the top of the first ascent Dunmail Raise, and it's looking promising. I'll show you what I can see. That looks good. Really good. So there's just pretty much done the first ascent now, and it's a flattish section to the tarn. Then we'll be able to see a bit more of what conditions are like. I think I've just seen where I'm planning to pitch. There's not a lot of snow there, but the views should be good. Although there's not much snow where I'm pitching, if that's where I think I'm pitching, the views should be spectacular, so I'm hoping for good views. Anyway, we will keep going. So here we are, Grisdale Tarn. Look at that, nice. It's taken me 45 minutes to get up here. Look at that, yeah. Great gable over there. Scarfell Pike, great end. Yeah, looking nice. Really good, that. A bit of blue sky as well. Sun lighting up the white snow, gorgeous. So that, I'm hoping that's going to be my view tonight. And I can see 3 couples heading down. Always like to see that. I'm heading up, everyone else is heading down. But that wind's picked up here, and I'm expecting it to be windy tonight, unfortunately. As you know, I'm a fair weather camper, I'm not a storm chaser. And but it's the end of the month, I'm running out of time to get my February camping, so I need to just deal with it. But hopefully it'll be less than what they forecast and not more. Oh, that's nice. Sun's come out, beautiful. Just seem to be a bit sheltered at this point as well. This is the path, twisty windy path that takes you up to the south end of the Helvellyn Range and Dollywagon Pike. I've pitched up on the summit of Dollywagon Pike before, but the weather was terrible, couldn't see anything. And I've done a winter route up there as well, up to up the Tongue. It's up the sort of Grisdale side. There's a video on my channel, Grisdale side of the valley there. Really spectacular. Hopefully I'll be able to show you that today. Whew. Look at that though. Yeah, beautiful. Fair old slog, this path, never ending. So look at that, that's Dollywagon Pike there, so we're just below the summit of Dollywagon Pike, across to St Sunday, Coffer Pike, Fairfield, whatever that's called, I can't remember. Seat Sandal, yeah. But the sun's come out now, it's beautiful. And I'm thinking of staying down here because the winds tonight is supposed to be like 30 mile an hour, 40 gusts. That ain't fun at all. And the views from here are fantastic. Look at that. Down to Grisdale Tarn. but I know the ground here is very rocky. It looks, you might be able to get pegs in, but see there's rocks all over the place, so it could be tricky. I might have a go at it though. Those views, look at that. Yeah, I think I'm going to stay off the top. I pitched up there before. You get great sunset views, which there might be a sunset tonight, and according to the forecast I might not even get a sunset tomorrow. But I think I'm just going to stay away from the summits just because of the winds, because it's so exposed up there. Maybe there's a bit of shelter here, but you know, wind finds its own paths, and sometimes it can be windy anywhere, and then it changes direction as well, so it's the wind just does what it fancies. You can't really predict the wind. I wonder if you can hear that. Dogs barking. The hounds, there's a farm down there that has a load of hounds in. They must do some sort of hunting with them. The wind is just travelling the noise up the valley there. That's Grisdale down there. Grisdale Valley. This is the tongue, the route up the tongue there. I've done that in full winter conditions, and I came up here and went across the Valley, and it was absolute blizzard conditions. Video on my channel of that, what's it called? Arctic Helvellyn, I think it's called. Check that out. Striding Edge over there. It's cold though, it's cold. I think I'm gonna see if I can get my tent in here. It's not a bad pitch this. Right, let's have a go. I'm out in the Hilleberg Soulo, and just getting my mat pumped up and getting everything sorted out. I'll show you the pitch in a minute, but it's pretty good. But look at that! Wow, great to be back out in the Soulo. And as I mentioned earlier, the winds tonight is supposed to be coming from north-east, which is that away. So with that in mind, I've split these pegs, I've split these guys. So we've got a peg on each there, on this windy side, just to give it a bit more stability. Lips are freezing up, But it's a great pitch, I'm really pleased with it. I'd eyed this up last time I came up here and I pitched up on Dollywagon. And when I was coming up, I'd eyed this pitch up and fancied it in winter, so dead pleased to have got it today. But yeah, looking down on Grisdale Tarn there, really nice. And I saw a few people coming down as I was going up, but I haven't got my lips. I haven't seen anyone else since I've got up here. Look at that sun there, beautiful. I'm not going to get a sunset tonight because it sunsets over that direction, so I'm not going to get a sunset. And its time now is, hang on, oh, sorry, my watch is recording my route on Strava. I don't know what time it is. I think it's about 4:30, something like that. The sun sets about 6:15. But yeah, I'm pleased with this. That view's down there. Bitter though, it's bitter, and I haven't got my long johns on yet. I'm going to get them on soon because the wind is blowing right through these trousers. Look at that. Yeah, it's great to be back in the Soulo, although I think I'm going to miss the room of the Alac tonight. But just what it is. I didn't want to be dragging the Alac up here. I've not been feeling great recently, so I just thought I just wanted to reduce the pack weight as much as I can. And I weighed it before I set off on the walk, and it was 15 kilos. 2 kilos of water I brought up as well, 2 litres, so 2 kilos. So it's going to be lighter on the way back because I'll have drunk that and I'll just pour it away. Just a quick check of the wind speed there. It's 16 miles an hour and its temperature's about -6 in the wind. But yeah, it's bloody freezing. But it's brilliant, I love it. What a pitch this is. I just had a wander up there and get some pictures looking back at the tent. It looks really nice. But yeah, probably another hour until sunsets, and it's great, it really is. Just wondering what the night's going to bring in terms of weather and winds. As I said, the forecast getting up to 30 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour gusts, but hopefully it's not going to get to that. I've got my long johns on now, 2 pair of socks, also laying up for a cold old night. And yeah, I think I'm going to get a brew on now, get something, get a warm brew and just try and warm up a bit, get out of the wind. Just noticed that my my stove's a bit rusty from last time. Hopefully it won't kill me. Pork pie time. With that. As I said earlier, can't see the sunset from the tent, it's down there. Just nipped up a bit higher, look at this for a sunset. Ooh. Beautiful that. So it's 6:15 now, it's starting to go dark, and I'm just going to check these guy lines in case that, well, that was a bit slack, in case that wind picks up in the night. Yeah, they're okay then. Pegs are good. Yep. Yep. See the rocky ground, I couldn't get that that corner peg in there on the base of the tent. It's good enough though, I think. Well, I hope it is. And what I do, it's just a thing that I do, I put my trekking poles just in front of the guys that's here like this. Then if I'm getting out of the tent in the night, I don't trip over the guy lines, which yeah, done that plenty of times. But yeah, it looks good. Tent looks good. No frost yet. And when I measured the temperature earlier, I think it was about 1 degree, so it's actually not freezing. So there may not be any frost on the tent tonight. Just depends what happens to the temperature. But it's cold. Right, back in the tent, I think. So I just messing about on my phone, just checking on some social media, and I thought, oh, I'll go outside and have a look, take some pictures. Yeah, but unfortunately, can't see anything. It's totally clagged in. See how things change so quickly. That wind's gusting though. Tent's great, tent looks fine, but just have to see what happens in the night, see how bad it gets. But that's gusting there now, definitely. So nothing to see, so I might as well get back in the tent. So I've just been having some tea. Got falafel wrap there, and yeah, that's for tomorrow's breakfast. But I've forgotten my spoon, so I've nothing to eat it with. I might have to improvise and either use my finger and burn myself, or maybe a tent peg or something like that. Oh, I just got comfortable now inside the tent. Shut the door. There's nothing to see outside. It's all clagged in. So I've shut the door and sort of got comfortable. Feels small in here though, compared to being used to that Alac. It feels really small in here. It's fine, it's just something I'm going to get used to. I just want to take this opportunity to say a massive thank you to all you guys that have bought me a coffee recently, bought me a brew. Yeah, really appreciate it. It's really kind of you all. I've been buying Costa's coffees as I've been travelling to the camps and that, and keeps me in these as well. Although I know some of you aren't too happy about me eating these, but what can I do? Another thing I wanted to mention to you guys is if you see me pegging my tent out, I always use the standard Hilleberg pegs, or I've got some sort of heavy duty Hilleberg peg. They're not 9-inch, they're a bit longer than the standard pegs, and they're like a cross shape. I can't remember what you call them, but they're like heavy duty Hilleberg pegs, a bit bigger than the standard ones. I've also got the 9-inch MSR pegs, which I use a combination of them two generally, but I see a lot of people use these Delta pegs. Are these Delta pegs? They're like that, Delta anchors or something. Why do people use them? Am I missing something? Do I need them? Just tell me what you think. I mean, it just seems, I don't know what the point of them is. These ones that I've got, these 9-inch pegs, they're just miles. I think they're just, I don't know if they're better because I've never tried Delta pegs, but they just look like a joke to me. You've got £1,000 tent with plastic pegs that look like something from Toys R Us. I don't know. But hey, a lot of people seem to use them, but I don't believe I need them. Or if the tent collapses tonight in the wind, maybe I should have got some Delta pegs. But it'd just be interesting to know what you guys think of these Delta pegs. I ain't getting them because they just look like a joke to me. But hey, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I mentioned earlier that I'm back out in the Hilleberg Soulo, and just thinking back, this is the first tent I ever bought when I started all this malarkey. December 2019 I bought this tent. 600 quid I paid for it, which I mean was a lot then. My first tent, didn't know what I was doing, but I thought if I get what I thought was the best tent, and I thought if I don't like it, not like wild camping that is, I'll just sell the tent and I shouldn't lose much money. So I thought I don't mind paying it if I'm going to get it back if I don't like this camping malarkey. And I got it and never looked back really, because the first wild camp was in winter. That's, I'd seen all the photographs on the social media pages and that of winter mountain camping, and that's what sort of attracted me to it. I knew it was going to be tough, and it is when you start it in winter. It is tough. There's a steep learning curve, and it's a cold learning curve as well. But yeah, and I mean, I remember back then, I don't think they seemed to take off. The Hilleberg Soulo really seemed to take off. I think maybe a year or two after I got mine. And everyone, you know, you've got to have a Hilleberg Soulo, or it's the tent to have. But now it's changed again. Hilleberg Soulo now is like a red label. It's like, red label. Have you not got a black label? You need a black label. No, I don't know. I've got a red label, and you've seen what I've been out in, and it's done me absolutely fine. So they're nearly, are they like £1,000 nearly, these tents now? The black label one, is it? I don't think it's actually much dearer than the red label, so I can understand why people would get it, just for that security, that extra security. But I think it's a great tent. I don't see me ever really getting rid of it, because I've had that many great experiences in this tent, and it's looked after me, so I don't think I'll probably ever get rid of it. But yeah, I just wondered what you thought about the red label, black label thing. I mean, some people don't even like Hilleberg tents. They're bloody expensive, there's no two ways about it. But the way I look at it is sort of an investment, because you will get a lot of your money back when you come to sell it, if you look after it, you know. So I just wondered what you guys thought. Have you got a red label or a black label? Do you not like Hilleberg tents? Do you not think you need a Hilleberg tent? Yeah, it's all personal preference, and everyone's got their own opinion, which is fine. So it's 9:30 now. I've just nipped out for a pee before I settle down for the night, and that wind's definitely picking up. You can hear the tent flapping a bit and bit of buffeting. It's still fine. It's nothing major, but it's getting, the forecast's getting like up to 40 mile an hour in the morning. So I really hope they're wrong. I am off the summit here, so again I'm hoping that I am a bit more sheltered by being sort of 50 metres below the summit, but who knows. But I just wanted to say I've been back on Facebook quite recently. I've gone back on Facebook, so if you're new to me on Facebook, welcome to all my new subscribers on Facebook. I really appreciate that. And one of my followers on Facebook, Carole, she's kindly sent me this little pouch. It's like an insulated pouch to put in your, I'm using it for my electrical stuff to keep them a bit warmer, and you can also, it's sized to fit, you know, the dehydrated meals when you put the boiling water in. When you've heated it up, you can put that in there, and it keeps it warm while it's cooking. So yes, it's really nice of Carole to send me this. I'll put the details in the description if you want to get any of these. She makes these little bags, and they're for sale on Facebook. So if you're interested, I'll put her details on Facebook in the description to this video, and you can check them out. Speaking of descriptions on videos, I've started not to put as much effort into them recently because I don't think anyone reads them. But if you are after any information about like my tent or stuff like that, I usually put that in the description, because a lot of people say like, what tent are you using, blah blah blah. I would suggest check the description first, because the answer might be in there. But I used to write chapter and verse in the description, but no one seems to read them. So I would be interested if you find the descriptions helpful, or if you don't care, or I'd like your feedback on that. Yeah, so I've also got about 300 new subscribers on my YouTube channel recently. So if you're one of the new subscribers, welcome to my channel, and a big thanks for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the videos. I've got over 100 videos now, so if you are new to my channel, check out some of the back catalogue as well, because there might be something in there that gives you ideas for what you might want to do yourself. And yeah, really appreciate you subscribing. And I think I'm going to check out now. It's about half past 9, I think, and I'm just going to check out. And there's not much going on outside. I've just had a look outside. I can't see anything. It's all clagged in for the night, so that's it. Okay, nighty night, and I shall see you in the morning. See ya. Well, it's 2 AM now, and it sounds like those forecasted winds have arrived, or are arriving. Quite gusty. The tent's fine, but I can hear the wind roaring across the summits over there. I think I'm actually a bit sheltered, and I've heard snow actually hitting the tent earlier as well. I don't think it's actually snowing. I think it's blown off the cornice just a bit higher up there. So yeah, things are changing. There's still no visibility out. I've had a look outside. You can't see anything. I'm just hoping that might clear up a bit in the morning, but the forecast isn't great. Yeah, so just have to see if it gets any windier. Let's just hope not. And sunrise is 7:15 AM, so I'll probably be up and mooching about 6:30 just to see what's going on. But if these winds continue, it'll be the old packing up inside the tent saga and just taking the tent down last, but I've had plenty of practice at that, as you know. Right, I just thought I'd update you on the weather. See you in a bit. Oh, so it's just 4:30 now. Tell you what, I'm not particularly warm tonight. Can't seem to get warm. I mean, I'm alright, but I'm not particularly warm at all. I don't think I've brought enough clothes, and I didn't bring my down trousers. But I've just had a look outside. I managed to be able to take a photograph, and it's been pretty wild. But I don't know if you'll be able to see anything on the GoPro. If not, I'll show you the photograph. I'll tell you what, it looks pretty cool actually. It's certainly atmospheric. Yeah, so what time did I say it was? Yeah, 4:25. So I think I'm going to have that. I've just been surviving off junk food really, but hey. Right, back to you in a bit. 4:30, probably another couple of hours until it starts coming light. Although the moon, I think there's a moon come up now. That's providing a bit of light outside, because I can see, and the clouds have cleared, so a bit. But yeah, scoff that. Back to you in a bit. Oh. Whoa. Look at that. views are coming and going, and winds, wow, I think that's what's the wind's been coming this way, and I've been sheltered by, it's been hitting this, I think it's been sort of going over the tent, so I've been sheltered from the worst of it, I think. Views are going again. It's looking down to Grisdale Tarn there, it's all misting up again. You can see the speed of the clouds there. Well, hopefully you can. So I just got back in the tent now. God, -10 the wind chill in that wind. It's absolutely freezing. My hands are just at it. And look at that though. The sun's coming up, but obviously I can't speak. I'm literally frozen. The sun's coming up, but obviously the cloud is just blocking the sun out. But look at that, up to the Coniston Fells there, all lit up by the sun, lit up orange. Beautiful that. Really is. This cloud's coming and going though, and oh, it's cold, it's cold. Flipping out, keep on to take my gloves off to operate everything. My lips are just flagging in again. Oh, it's great though, it's great to be out in conditions like this. Yeah, it really is. Nice to have winter back. Nice to have my lips back as well. Flipping it. Oh. So it's 7:45 now. The cloud is just really coming and going, but there's just tons of it, so it's absolutely freezing, and I've just started packing up. Oh, my lips. So I've packed everything away inside the rucksack there, just a matter of taking the tent down now. But when it clears like that, look at that, it's just so changeable. But it's just too cold to be hanging around. Look at that though. You can see the speed of the wind with the clouds there, and it's gone again. Right, get this tent packed away. So I've got all the poles out now, unclipped the poles from the tent, and It's all still guiding, so it's just a matter of taking all these pegs out now and doing it this way. It keeps it safe and makes sure it doesn't blow away while you're taking it down. So that's me all packed up where I was last night. Leave no trace as always, nice and tidy, and it's just a matter of heading back down now. As you can see, nothing much changes, coming and going, so I'm not hanging around. Fancy some breakfast actually. So yeah, we'll start heading back now. So I'm just dropping down to Grisdale Tarn now. The lips are coming back, I can speak. And yeah, it's nice and clear. Lovely that. You can see a tent down there as well. Might be two actually, I'm not sure. You can certainly see one. Looks like he's just packing up. Popular spot down at Grisdale Tarn. Oh, it's hard work filming in this weather, I tell you. I keep setting up the camera and it just blows it over. So I've given up. Just joining the path now at the top of Rays Beck. Looking back to Fairfield there, leaving Grisdale Tarn. So here we are back down to Dunmail Rays. We've made it, and I have made my February camp, just got it in, and it was a good one. It was tough that. Bloody that wind, absolutely freezing. I think the temperature was like 0 degrees, but with that wind blowing, my god, it was freezing. Yeah, so I'm really pleased about doing that, my February camp, getting that completed. Look at that. I'm Greg, got distracted. Yeah, so my first camp when I started this challenge was in April. So I've done my February one. If I do my March one, have I completed it? Do I have to do April as well? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, I might have 2 more to do, or 1, I don't know. Whatever, we'll get on with it. But yeah, so I'm nearly there. I can see the finish line now, so I'm feeling good about it. But I've got another cause for celebration as well, because my life changed forever 3 years ago today, and since then it's been a really rough ride in many ways. You know, my health suffered, emotionally, physically, every way you can think of. But last month it all came to a conclusion, and fortunately now I can put it all behind me, and I've got my future to look forward to, and I'm in charge of it. So I'm really looking forward to that. there's been some, I've left this bit to the end because most people have only watched it this far, so you guys that stick with me, you guys that have supported me, I want to say a massive thank you, because there's been some really tough times on mountains during that 3 years, and you probably haven't seen it in the videos because I didn't want to show it, but trust me, there's been some really dark times on top of them mountains. But I want to put it behind me now, move forward and be positive. Right, I'm also going to be positive about getting some breakfast. So my plan now is heading to Ambleside. It's only probably a 15-minute drive from where I'm parked up, and go to Styles Cafe. That's where I get all my breakfast normally if I can get in. So being a Monday now, hopefully I can get in, get a nice window seat, watch the world go by and have a full English breakfast. Looking forward to that. So big thanks for watching. Get in the comments, because I did mention in the video earlier, I asked some questions to you guys, so if you've got any answers to those, can't remember what they were, but I remember asking you some questions. Delta pegs was one of them, I think. That could cause a bit of controversy. But yeah, so get in the comments. Big thanks for watching, really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one, which will be my March camp. See you guys.